Call of Duty Vanguard has been out for exactly 1 week, and I want to rank all of the multiplayer maps. So this is the template we're going to be working with for this video. It's a simple 1 to 5 star review system, just keeping it basic for this. And there are a total of 16 multiplayer maps at launch for Vanguard, making this one of the most beefy Call of Duty games in franchise history. So let's get started. Our first map we have is Berlin. This is a medium to large size map, pushing the larger size, and it takes place at night, which gets some bonus points for me. But this map feels like your standard, more old schooly Call of Duty map, and with the new combat pacing, I think the gameplay on this map is pretty good. So it's between like a 3 and a 4 star map for me. I'm gonna put it at 4 for right now, and I will be making some revisions to this at the end once we have everything ranked if needed. I think for being a large size map, this is designed pretty well, and I don't mind playing at it at all. Bocage is a medium-sized map. It takes place on a farmland. It's more of a skinnier map and with like really long lanes in it rather than being like a square or something like that. It's a fairly open map with like 2 main buildings placed in the middle of it and, some cover here and there. So far, this map doesn't get much of a reaction out of me. I don't hate it. I don't necessarily love playing on it. I think that places it at a solid 3 stars for right now. Castle is actually a Call of Duty World at War map remake. It's a 10-plus-year-old map, and World at War is the only Call of Duty game that I haven't actually played, so I don't have much nostalgia for this map. I don't know if this would rank it higher for other people, but I'm not too fond of the way this map plays. It's really big. It has a lot of verticality to it. It feels like a old school Call of Duty map, like something I would see in World at War or the Black Ops 1 era. But even with the tactical pacing, right now it feels below average to me, and I'm going to put it at 2 stars. Das Haus is going to be your nuke town or your shoot house of Call of Duty Vanguard. It's the smallest map that's in the game right now. If you're familiar with the Gulag and Warzone, it's kind of like a reconstructed German map that's in the middle of a forest. And at first, I wasn't much of a fan of this map because you either do really well on it or really poorly, and it feels like a gunfight map, like U-Bahn from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, where you just run straight and then get into a gunfight, and there's really no nuance with the map and flank routes and things like that. I have played a lot of it in the 24/7 playlist, and it has grown a bit on me. So I have a similar feeling to how I feel about with Nuketown with this map, where it's like a 3 to 4 stars, but in general, I'm probably going to give it a 4-star rating. Decoy is a really interesting map. It's a small to medium-sized map that is a fake town that was built by, I believe, the Germans for training purposes, and this is reflected in game design. There's actual fake blades of grass throughout the map. A lot of the map is destructible because it's built with this fake cheap cardboard stuff. So the barn that's in the center of the map is covered and looks like a regular house, but towards the end of a match it will be completely destroyed and have no cover in it, and it makes for some pretty dynamic gameplay. Now, with all that said, I think it's a pretty average map, and I'm going to put it at 3 stars. Towards the beginning of the match, it feels awesome, but towards the end, when everything's destroyed, there's really no cover, and you're getting shot from every different angle. If they cut the destruction to maybe half, I definitely think this map could jump up to 4 stars. But moving on, our next map is Demyansk. I think that's how you pronounce it, not entirely sure. This is primarily an outdoors map, with one of the spawns having this building that you can get on top of the roof on, and also climb this ladder to get to a power position at the top of it. It also has a smaller building opposite of it that you can use as a counter to that power position. There's graveyards with covers and little frozen rivers and stuff. I really like the ambiance of this map, and right now I'm going to put it at 3 stars, but this definitely has potential to move up. We may even bump it up towards the end. Desert Siege is our next map. This obviously takes place in a desert. It's a pretty large map. The 2 side lanes of the map, one is a open train yard with various cover on it. The other is I don't know, an open field with some trenches on it, a bit of cover to maneuver behind, and in the middle is a building. It might be too early to do this. I haven't played this map as much as some of these other maps, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and put this in the 5-star category. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is that makes this map design great, but I just love the way this map plays. Some of the like tactical size lobbies may feel a bit slow, but with blitz pacing, I think this map just works fantastically. Next map we have is Dome, which is our second remake map. This also comes from Call of Duty World at War. It is a pretty small map with some high action on it. We're talking Nuketown, Shipment, shoot house style action. And it's actually more of a square shaped map, kind of like Shipment, with different verticality throughout the map. It has a little central building that you can fight on. Lots of destructible cover with this. And I think this is a solid map. The only thing holding this map back right now is I think this has like the worst spawning system in Vanguard right now. I don't think this is a size issue for the map. I think there's more than enough room to get proper spawns. They just need some more data to get things working. So yeah, overall, I think this map's pretty good. I think it's going to be a 4-star map from right now. Next up is Eagle's Nest. This was in the beta. I'm actually surprised it took me this long to get to our first beta map. It's a medium-sized map, and the gameplay is pretty similar to DOS House in that it's a lot of head-on fighting. There's some flanking you can do in the spawns and on the cliff side of the map, but most games I really haven't enjoyed playing on this map. I think it is a below average map, and it's going to be our second below average map on this list so far, right next to Castle in the 2-star rating. Gavutu, I think that's how you pronounce that map. This is a medium to large size map. Takes place on like a beach in a shipyard, I guess. It's a rainy map, which is unique. I think it's the only rainy map that's in Vanguard so far. It also has a tank that you can toggle up and down on the ship. That is where the B flag is, which makes for some dynamic gameplay. And I don't know where I want to rank this. I mean, it's like a 2 or 3-star map. Average, below average. I think I like it more than Eagle's Nest, but not as much as like Demyansk and Decoy. But I do have Bocage up in 3 stars, so I'm going to put Gavutu at 3 for now. We might have to reconsider that one later on. Hotel Royale was another beta map. 3 beta maps in a row. And actually, this is probably the most unique map when it comes to map design. This is a small to medium sized map. The lower floor for this map is like your standard small Call of Duty map with 3 lanes, very boxy. But there are also these routes on the sides that will take you to a second floor on this map that has windows that look to the bottom floor, and also just different routes you can take if you don't want to run through the bottom part of the map. I think this map is really cool, but it really depends on what pacing you're playing. Blitz pacing is a bit too chaotic for my taste, but if you're playing like Assault or Tactical, I think this map plays great and deserves its spot at the 4-star rating for this list. We got 5 more maps here. Next up is Numa Numa. This is a map that takes place in like Vietnam or Japan or something like that. I probably should have researched that before I said that, but whatever, it's already said. This map is a circular design, which I tend to like in Call of Duty games, but overall, man, I have yet to enjoy a game on this map. This is going to be our first 1-star map. I don't know, this map design just doesn't work for me. Too many places to get shot from. Usually with circular maps, you can just run nonstop and take all these different flank routes and stuff, but this one seems very limiting, and you can get spawn trapped in the bunker, which is a pain when that happens. I'm just not a fan of this at all. Oasis takes place in like a desert oasis, a very open map. We got some destroyed buildings that are in each spawn, and in the middle are like these destroyed ruins where hard points and the domination flags will be. Size-wise, it's a medium to large map, and gameplay is pretty decent on this map. I think the objective modes that help direct players to certain parts of the map play very well. Team deathmatch and like kill confirmed can get a bit campy and stale, which is what I first played on this map and I was kind of turned off, but after playing more games on this, pops up a lot in the playlist. I actually think this map's pretty decent, pretty average. I'd put it at 3 stars. Our last map that was featured in the multiplayer beta is Red Star, and this is a large map. It's pretty much a giant square in this map. Something just doesn't work. It doesn't feel balanced. It feels like all the enemies are on one side of the map or the other. It feels like an older, large map. I was going to put this at 2 stars when I first started talking about this, but it's going to 1 stars. Just unlike Desert Siege or Berlin, like those maps feel great to play on. There's always action. This Red Star map just, I don't know. Subpens is a medium-sized map. It's more of a long rectangle than being square, and there is this giant submarine that's in the middle that you can go under and on top of, and there's different like boxes and things and ladders you can climb to get on top of the sub at any point. Surrounding the sub, one side just has this catwalk that's pretty dangerous to go on. The other side has this like stairway system in this upper office that you can go on, and there's a lot of like head-on fighting that go there, and there's a lot of different lines of sight that you can get shot on from this map, which results in two things I found so far. The first is that you get shot from a lot of different angles, and it makes this map not that fun to play. The second is this map is really good for long shots as well as bullet pen kills. I think I mentioned this in my bullet pen challenge video, but yeah, if you need to do like challenges, map's actually really good for it. But outside of challenges, this map I just find not enjoyable at all. The design is really wonky, and I think this is going to be a 1-star map, unfortunately. Our last map we have is Tuscan, which I just realized is probably pronounced Tuscan. It's a medium-sized map where one side is actually pretty open with some longer lines of sight. The middle of the map consists of little alleys you can run in and out of. And the third lane is mostly like tight alleys and open rooftop with a building in the center that houses a domination flag and some hard points. Makes for some pretty chaotic gameplay. I think this map, there's nothing special about it. I think it plays decently. It's not above average, not below average. I think it is a pretty average map. Now, I've placed all the maps. Do I have to make any changes here? I think I do. I see one at least. Alright, 2 changes here. Change 1, Dome is getting bumped up to a 5-star map. I'm trying to envision this map with actually good spawns that aren't frustrating, and if that can happen, this map is definitely going to be one of the best maps in the game. In change 2, Demyansk, or however you pronounce that, is being bumped up to a 4-star map. I actually like this map. I vote for it pretty often, and looking at the other maps I had in the 3-star range, I think it definitely deserved to be bumped up along with these other 4-star maps. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you've made it this far and are not subscribed to the channel yet, hopefully it's because this is like the first video you're watching from my channel. I'll be uploading tons of Call of Duty Vanguard content for the foreseeable future, so check out some of my other content. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, join the club, and don't forget, if you'd like to help support the channel directly, there are some links down below at the bottom of the description that you can check out. Thanks for watching. Peace.